Do you know Ball?
Dino Ball.
Do you know Ball?
Dino Ball.
Do you know Ball?
Dino Ball.
Welcome back to
Welcome.
episode 9. Get up there in episodes, huh, Matt?
Getting up there, man. We're getting old. We're getting
We're
old,
getting
but we're
old.
grinding.
We're getting old. All right, we're just gonna not waste anybody else's time and hop straight into it. This weekend is All-Star Weekend, and so we
hmm
want to bring a segment where we predict each All-Star contest and also the All-Star game. We're gonna make some predictions.
Let's do
Now,
it.
we're gonna start off with the dunk contest. Now, for the past couple of years, the dunk contest has been highly mid. It's been highly mid to really bad, mid to really bad.
Not
I
fun.
have not enjoyed watching these contests, especially the dunk contest. I don't think I've actually enjoyed one since the Aaron Gordon Zach Levine dunk
Yeah,
contest.
I think that's the last good one.
That's the
The
last good one I actually
Mhm.
enjoyed.
And the other good one was when I think Aaron Gordon got robbed, dunked over Taco, and still didn't
Literally,
win.
literally.
No, thanks, Dwayne
Yeah,
Wade.
I haven't enjoyed dunk contest in a while, but nevertheless, we got Jaime. I don't want to say his last name because I don't want to
I'll do
butcher it.
it. Jaime
Okay, good.
Jaquez Jr., Jacob
Yeah,
Toppin, Mac McClung, Jalen Brown. Those are our candidates this year for the dunk contest.
those are our
Now,
candidates.
every year they always grab some nobodies and just say dunk. This year, they finally grabbed an all-star, Jalen Brown. When was the last time an all-star was in the dunk contest? I don't know. Jalen Brown, it's cool to see him partake in this. Maybe that sets a little bit of a precedent for more of these bigger name guys to take the stage and partake in the dunk contest. I don't think it will. I think they're all scared of potentially getting hurt or just losing in general. However, I don't think he's going to win. Maybe the judges will favor him a little bit because he's a bigger name. My money is still on Mac McClung. I just don't see anyone topping him. The things that he did last year was just phenomenal. You know, even though he's a G League guy, I still got my money on Mac McClung. There's no way anyone's beating him.
I agree with you, but I don't know if I would go phenomenal. Like again, like I said, like we've said, the dunk contest has not been good the past couple of years. Okay, I do agree that he's going to win, but you know what else I find funny though too? Like just to mention it, I find funny that um he's been in now two dunk contests, and bro still can't make his way into the NBA.
Well,
That's
he's
just
not good enough.
that's a crazy
I mean, yeah,
crazy
cool. He can
statement.
he can dunk, but I mean, can you win a championship? Can you be a part of a championship team? No. Simple as that. Dunking
Has
doesn't
he
mean
been
you're
given a
good.
chance though?
I mean, the Sixers signed him, I think, last year.
I know he's been like doing some like 10-day contracts during the course of his
He
career.
he's not good enough personally, and that's no disrespect to him. He's well, I mean, kind of is. You know, I'm calling him not good, but I mean, he's an undersized guard. The only reason he's in these dunk contests is because he can dunk, and that just kind of shows the desperateness of the NBA to reach out to these G League guys. Jacob Toppin. Who wants to see Jacob Toppin? No one wants to see
He's
Jacob
a part of the
Toppin.
Knicks, right? He's part of the
I
Knicks.
don't I
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure he
even
is.
know. No one wants to
It's
see him.
irrelevant anyways.
Jaime Jaquez, that's pretty cool. He's been hot this year. He's a high flyer. You know, you got Jalen Brown, a big name. That's awesome too. Mac McClung, he's carrying over the hype from last year. I think he's going to do
Hmm.
great. I think he's still going to win, like I said. But no one wants to see Jacob Toppin. No one wants to see him. Couldn't even get Obi. Didn't Obi do a dunk contest? Did he win? I don't even know.
I
That's
think
how
I
irrelevant.
think he did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
That's how
But
irrelevant these dunk contests have
it
been.
doesn't matter. It's just been really bad. It's been downhill since
Mhm.
2016. But nevertheless, our prediction, Mac McCollum.
Mac McClung,
Yeah,
easy.
that's our prediction for that. Next, we're gonna move on to the 3-point contest with Steph and Sabrina Ionescu. I got Sabrina. I want to see her win. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to watch that. I
In the
want to see
most
Sabrina win.
in the most polite way possible. You are
Why? Why?
you're
I mean, I
you're
know it's Steph, but I want Sabrina to win. I want to see some change. I want to see some
look,
change.
as an avid New York Liberty fan, I want Sabrina Ionescu to win as well. But you're going up against the greatest three-point shooter of all time, Steph Curry. Steph is not going to lose this. He's not. It's simple as that. If he's trying, he's not going to lose. I think Sabrina is going to come out with more intensity, but at the end of the day, it's Steph Curry. I just don't see you topping him in what he does best. Three pointers.
Sabrina all the way. Sabrina all the way.
You're
That's
crazy.
my thing. I want Sabrina. I want Sabrina. I want some some change, and I want a different person other than Steph to win. I want Sabrina to win. This is my pick. That's my pick for that.
Steph doesn't always win. Joe Harris beat him in a 3-point contest
I
one year.
mean, okay, well, I'm just saying, I want Sabrina to win. I think that'd be a nice change. I think that'd be a nice win.
You
Sabrina all
know,
the way.
as
Sabrina all
like
the
I
way.
said, as an avid New York Liberty supporter, it'd be cool if she won. But I got Steph.
All right, we're gonna move on to the 3-point contest. We got Dame, Tyrese Maxey, Trey Young, Malik Beasley, Mavs legend Jalen Brunson, Laurie Markkinen, Donovan Mitchell, and Cat.
Hold on. Hold on. I have a little bit of a bone to pick with you. I
What?
put I typed the script. I put Mavericks legend Jalen Brunson, right? You read that.
Yeah, I read that.
But when I write future net Donovan Mitchell, you don't
Dude,
read that.
dude, you
What's
shouldn't
your
just put the
problem?
regular names because your
What's your
names are
problem?
throwing me off.
What's
Your
your
names are
problem?
throwing me off.
Do I have to read the names again?
No, you
Damian
don't.
Lillard,
No, you
Tyrese
I
Maxey, Trey Young, Malik Beasley, Jalen Brunson, Laurie Markkinen, Donovan Mitchell, and Karl Anthony Towns.
okay, well your names if the viewers could see what names you put, they would be confused too.
They wouldn't. This is
Anyways, 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 what's your pick? What's your go on
Tyrese.
this?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Tyrese.
Halliburton.
That's an interesting pick. Why? Why you got Tyrese?
Um,
Tyrese.
Out of the 8 names on this list, he is my favorite of them, and he is in Indiana. So it's as simple as that. I think he's due to win it. Simple as that. He's got a funky little release. Um, he's due. That's all I can say, man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Looking at this list, I got my guy, Jalen Brunson.
My guy?
My guy.
Why is he your guy?
My guy. Jalen Brunson. Well,
Why
'cause
is
he's
he
my
your
guy.
guy?
I'm a Knicks fan.
Is he so when I edit this video and put screenshots of other statements,
I'm a Knicks fan.
are you
There's
still
no
gonna
other
be a Knicks
statements.
fan?
I'm gonna stick by my team.
So these screenshots that I'm currently putting on the screen of you supporting the Cavaliers and
I would
the
never. I'm a
Lakers.
Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. And we're gonna go with Jalen Brunson because hometown hero. And I honestly think he has a very good chance to win. He's got a 40% 3-point shooting percentage on the year. And I think it's 41, actually, 41 something. But it's really good. I think Jalen Brunson's got a high chance of winning the 3-point contest this year. And it should be a fun one to watch. There's got a lot of talent in that lineup of guys from like top to bottom. It's actually going to be interesting, especially the big men, Laurie and Cat. They should be fun. And Malik Beasley, if you technically count him uh as a big man. Um
Malik Beasley's a guard.
oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh, sure.
he's a shooting guard,
Well, let's
bro.
continue on. Let's continue on. I thought he was a forward. Was he not a forward? Was he not a forward? I thought, I thought his
Bro.
2K card was a forward.
Oh my God, bro. We're going off 2K now. That's crazy. Malik
No,
Beasley's like 6'4".
I thought he was a forward. My bad. People make mistakes. Don't hate. Don't hate. All right.
Do no ball.
All right.
Huh.
Sk- Skills competition. We got Team Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Miles Turner. And then we go to Team Top Picks, Paolo Banchero, and Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama. Team All Stars, Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, and Trey Young. Who we got in this?
Team Pacers.
Why Pacers?
Because look, they are probably the least talented team out of the three, which is why I think they will win. I think they have more of a
Okay.
chip on their
Okay.
shoulder to win, right? Once again, Indiana, my boy Tyrese Halliburton, I love him. I think they're going to bring it home. I think that, guys like Trey Young are just going to be whatever. I think Paulo or Ant-Man, they're not going to, be locked in. I really think that the Pacers, they got to bring it home. They're in Indiana. They have to do it. And that's why they will do it.
Hmm. I was gonna go with team top picks with Victor Wembanyama, but that doesn't really make too much sense, especially for the skills competition. So I'm gonna change my pick and I'm gonna go with Team All Stars, just to be different from you. Team All
Boring.
Stars, Scotty Barnes, Tyrese Maxey, Trae Young.
Boring.
That's what I'm gonna do. Why is that boring?
Because this is a boring pick.
It's not a boring pick. They're
You
gonna
got
be very coordinated.
yeah.
They're gonna
hmm
be very good together.
Team Pacers,
Trust me, trust me.
they have it all. They have the guard, they have the forward, they have the center. That's all you need. For the skills challenge, they are gonna show off their skills in different ways. And home court advantage, Indiana, 50th time I'm saying it, they're gonna take home the win.
Okay, well, when Team All Stars wins and I was right, we're gonna put Zach was right on the screen.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what we're
Just
gonna do.
like
That's
just
what
like
we're gonna
Zach
do.
was right, Malik Beasley's a big man.
Okay, but don't come at me. Don't come at me. I could have sworn he was at least a forward. But
Maybe a small forward if 2K counts,
okay,
but
all right,
he's a
all
shooting
right,
guard.
all right. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. Okay, I made a mistake. People make mistakes. All right. Lastly on the list, prediction for the All Star game. I got West. LeBron James. That's all I can say. That's all
LeBron
I can say.
James MVP is what you're saying?
LeBron James.
MVP?
LeBron James.
MVP?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's
I
LeBron James.
also I also have West,
LeBron
but
James.
I have a different approach to MVP. I think it's going to be Kevin Durant.
Huh. Huh.
hmm
You want to elaborate? Care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, Kevin Durant hasn't played an All-Star game in like 4 years. This is going to be his
So you
first
think he's
All-Star
gonna go
game.
off?
I do. I think he's going to take advantage of this opportunity. There's a lot of young guys in this All-Star game. A lot of young All-Stars. And if there's one thing that Kevin Durant loves, it's the younger guys. He loves battling against them because he said it so many times in interviews that they bring so much like competition, a lot of competitiveness. I think it's going to fuel KD, playing against them after not playing in what 3 or 4 years due to injury. I think now that he can actually play and be on the court, I think he's going to light it up. So I do think Kevin Durant will win All-Star Game MVP.
I think it's gonna be LeBron because he is literally the guy when it comes to All Star games. Especially, do you remember? I think it's just a season ago, last season, when he hit the game winning shot as the All Star on the All Star game. Yeah, so it's gonna be LeBron. No doubt. Um, he's gonna take it home for Team West, and
hmm
there's gonna be no competition because it's LeBron James. Anywho, that's pretty much it for our little prediction segment with the All Star Weekend content that's coming out
Yes.
this weekend. Now we're gonna head over to baseball world. Now, keep in mind there's not been much news, so we're just gonna let you know, give you a little update on what's going on and just any news we could possibly get our hands on to talk about on the pod. So, for starters, I think this is probably one of the biggest news that we've gotten this week, and that is Jorge Soler is now a San Francisco Giant. 3 years, 42 mil. What does this move do for the Giants? I'm gonna let you answer that, Matt. Go ahead.
Nothing.
Wow.
This move does nothing.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
He's a really
There's
good bat. He's a
there,
really good bat. He plays outfield. He's got a strong arm, dude. Like what?
yeah,
You don't think it does anything?
there's still a fourth place team.
Wow.
It's as simple as
Eh,
that.
no,
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. That
It
there are a bottom team in their divisions. But
look, yeah.
say it does nothing. That's kind of wild. That's a crazy statement.
Look, if it means anything to Giants fans, he might hit a couple into that big Pepsi bottle or Coca-Cola bottle they have in left field. Maybe he'll hit a couple into the river or McCovey Cove, whatever it's called, Maybe he'll have some fun little moments, but at the end of the day, he's gonna what? Be DH or play the outfield? I don't really know. I don't really know what the Giants are doing. They're slowly trying to build, but unfortunately for them, they're in probably the hardest division to win. Not the toughest
That is
division,
true.
but the hardest division to win. So it's going to suck for them for the next couple of years having to face teams like the Diamondbacks who are just young and they're up and coming. You got the Dodgers who have infinite money. You still have the Padres who have Tatis, Bogarts, Manny. You still have all that. And they don't even have to worry about the Rockies, right? The Rockies are not a baseball team as far as I'm concerned. Like they're just there. He's going to be a nice addition to the Giants lineup. I'm not going to lie. He's going to be a great guy who's going to hit a lot of bombs. He's going to provide a lot of production for that team. And for a team like the Giants, who, have been wanting to add big names to their lineup for years, they finally get their guy, if this is their guy, Jorge Soler. But in terms of like winning baseball games or record wise, it doesn't really provide much for the Giants, in my opinion. But it's better than nothing.
Yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't say it does. To say it does nothing, that's kind of wild. That's a wild statement.
Yeah.
That's a wild statement. I don't now keep in mind. I don't think it's gonna be a difference maker, to say the least. But I do think it's definitely gonna make them a fun team to watch this year. I do. I've had my opinions about the Giants the past couple seasons, but I do think it's gonna make them a fun team to watch.
Yeah.
They got some nice talent on the team, and adding Jorge Soler, he's a power bat, literal power bat. So it's gonna be fun to watch him play for the Giants this year and grow more as a player, even though he's been pretty good the past couple of years, especially had a great year last year with the Marlins. So it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. You wanna introduce this next topic?
Yeah. So Kansas City having himself a week, right? Just won
Having
the Super
themselves a week.
Bowl. Yeah, just won the Super Bowl. And
Yep,
now
indeed.
renderings for a brand new ballpark on your screen now. Boom. You can see them. This is beautiful. Simple as
That's
that.
all you
It's,
gotta say. It's beautiful.
it's
It's literally a
absolutely
beautiful park.
beautiful. You got this like futuristic look. You got these really nice buildings in the back. Obviously, that's just depending on where they build it. But you got these nice little lights right across the street from another arena. I can't really tell in the picture. It looks like T-Mobile something. What arena is that? I don't know. Do the what is this, Kansas City? What other Kansas City teams? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Telling us the
Literally
truth.
don't know. But, overall, based off these photos, this arena looks absolutely beautiful. It's a little stadium. They have like a little bridge, right, connecting themselves from to the T-Mobile Center to possibly the ballpark where you can watch. And then you got fountains and everything, just the view of all the buildings in the background, all the trees, all the greenery. It's just absolutely beautiful.
It's
At
a
the end of
beautiful
the
sight.
day, yeah, they're renderings at the end of the day. So it might not look exactly like this, but if we can get something close to this, then Royals fans, you're gonna have a pretty beautiful stadium in the future, So congrats to you guys.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. Big week for the Royals, yeah. Big week for Kansas City.
Kansas City.
But specifically talking about the Royals. They get their guy, and now this. Bobby Witt comes back, and now this. Um, there's not much to say on it, really, other than it's just beautiful. It looks like a fantastic park to visit in the future, and is definitely going to be on my bucket list for MLB parks to visit. So, I mean, it's going to be fun to actually watch this process actually filter out. But yeah, and then we got a Salt Lake City, right? We're going to talk about that.
Hmm.
Salt Lake City wants to bid for an MLB team, and they've too have unveiled renderings of the Power District. So, and they were talking about a new MLB park. They want their own team. Could begin construction later this year. That's big news. That's big news. I don't know what they'd be called. I don't know what they'd be called, but Salt Lake City wants an MLB team to root for.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Um, I think it's interesting, when you think of potential expansions into the MLB, I don't necessarily think Salt Lake City is the first one that comes to mind, right?
Yeah, no. I don't think that would be the first one that come to my mind.
No, but I think if the people are very passionate about having their own baseball team, then give them one, I think the league should expand to 32 teams, so just You get a Salt Lake City team, and maybe you go back to Montreal or whatever, something like that. Who knows? You add two more teams to the league, and you have some fun cooking. But these renderings of a potential ballpark as well, once again, absolutely beautiful. I think this is great for the game of baseball if they can get this to happen. Expand the game a little bit, keep growing it, show it to new cities. You got the little like mountains in the back. It's just absolutely beautiful. And they're calling it the Power District or whatever, which is just the coolest name ever. Like they cooked with it. Literally, whoever created that, you get flowers from me. I'm giving you my flowers. It's so nice, so cool, so beautiful. I hope it gets done.
Yeah, well, it just begs the question too. What if they do create a Salt Lake City team, what division are they going to go to?
That's a good
What
question.
what division are they going to go to? How will it impact the MLB? How will it impact it, especially actually the division, right? I just mentioned that. How will it impact the division they go into? How will it impact the MLB? How will it impact the playoffs? There's a lot of factors that go into Salt Lake City and a team for them. And I do think it's going to be good. It's going to be good to expand the league. Um, but it's going to take some getting used to. I think it's going to take a lot of getting used to. Especially with because you never picture I never picture Salt Lake City when it comes to an MLB team, but it's a little good thing to come in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to see what they do with that. But bigger news. Bigger news. Jim Bowden. He thinks that Snell will fall into the Yankees' lap. Now, Matt, I'll let you take it away, considering we've been talking about Snell for the past 3 to 4 weeks, and we will continue to mention him until something happens with with him. Something happens with him, and he gets signed. So we're
Yeah.
gonna continue to mention him and bringing him up.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
Yeah, well,
I'll let you
Mr.
take this.
Jim, yeah, Mr. Jim seems like a really smart guy. I agree with him here. No, I agree with him. For those that don't know, Jim Bowden, whatever, he was a GM, used to be a GM, Cincinnati Reds, drafted guys like Joey Votto. You know, he traded for guys like Ken Griffey Jr. He has a little bit of a resume, right? So I'm gonna either trust him or this is just the classic Scott Boras trap where he's using the Yankees for leverage. And honestly, it could be that. So he's basically saying that he just sees Snell caving and just taking the deal. People are saying that Snell should take a 1 year deal. That is the worst possible thing Blake Snell can do because Blake Snell did what every major league player dreams of. You win the Cy Young in your walk year, right? Aaron Judge just did it. He won the MVP in his walk year. That is what every player dreams of. That guarantees you a solid big contract. If he takes a 1 year deal, it's just erasing what he worked for. It makes zero sense. So I don't blame Blake Snell necessarily for waiting to find that perfect offer. Guys like Bellinger and Chapman, that's a little bit more infuriating. But a guy like Blake Snell, who deserves this big contract, he can take the time that he needs to get that. Now, it's reported Snell and the Yankees, they're going to fall into each other's laps. They're going to hug, they're going to commit to a long marriage, whatever. In the words of Brian Cashman, it's not so likely, right? Brian Cashman went on Talking Yanks, the podcast, and he said his words, some of the reports about the offers being made, that type of stuff, I wouldn't always follow that as being accurate. I'm not saying we didn't make an offer, but the specificity of what was being presented publicly wasn't necessarily accurate. So basically, the Yankees did make an offer to Snell, but it wasn't necessarily what's being reported, which I think is 6 years, 150. Cashman said that they were just trying to find a floor of what the lowest Snell would go. So maybe that was the lowest Snell wanted to go, and the Yankees maybe upped the offer a little bit. It's reported they wanted to give him more than Rodon, who I think is making 27 million. So I imagine Snell was making around 29 to 30 million if he was with the Yankees. All in all, though, you know, I hope he falls into the Yankees' lap. I think in an all-in year with potentially Juan Soto for 1 year, you want to go all in. You want to go and get the reigning Cy Young. You want to get the guy who's best friends with Aaron Judge. You want to pair the two Cy Youngs together, in Garrett Cole and Blake Snell right on top of each other. And then you still have Carlos Rodon, Nestor Cortez, and Marcus Stroman to back him up. Like, that's just insane. But I'm not going to fall into the trap because I've seen it happen too many times.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Hey, the whole situation with Snell, right? I can't see the Yankees going too much higher. I could see, I don't know how many years they would be willing to go, but I think a max price for the Yankees would be 190. I don't see them going any higher than 190. Um, yeah, I don't see them going any higher than 190. It's gonna be, I don't know. I don't know with Snell. I don't know with Snell. And you can't think that the league is not he's not gonna want to pitch to follow up a Cy Young year, but he's also not gonna want to bank on himself again for 2024. He's not gonna want to go into 2024 and settle for a short-term contract or a 1 year deal, a 2 year deal. And you're right, he deserves more. But there's gonna come a point where it's gonna get too close to comfort and something's gonna happen. Something's gonna have to happen because he's going to pitch in 2024. And that seems pretty evident right now. Um, so I can't see him. I agree with you. I can't see him taking a short-term deal, but I also can't see the Yankees offering him more than 190 mil. So it's gonna be, I don't know. I don't know where he's going to fall. I don't know where he's gonna land for 2024. But you have to think that the Cy Young Award winner, is going to pitch in 2024. You have to think that. You have to hope that that's gonna happen. So we'll see where he ends up. But without further ado, let's go and jump into the next topic. Matt, you introduce it.
So, our next topic, Mr. Rob Manfred, is
Hmm.
officially retiring in January of 2029. For those that don't know, Rob Manfred is the current commissioner of Major League Baseball. This, as a whole, for Major League Baseball fans, it's a W.
Really?
W, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Continue. Continue.
Rob Manfred is loved by the owners, right? They love him because he does what they want, basically, right? His first decade as commissioner, increase in the revenue, right? Significant jump in the franchise's values. Owners, they love that. Fans, they don't care as much. The fans care more about the gameplay, the game itself, growing the game. People, think Manfred hasn't done enough, really. He's made a lot of changes in like recent years, the addition of the pitch clock, just banning the shift, right? The ghost runners on second and everything. He's done a lot of those. I personally don't really care. To me, I know a lot of people pitch like, or a lot of people like the pitch clock. To me, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Like, I forget it's there, right? The shift ban, I mean, it's gonna help some players, but at the end of the day, it's strategy. Like, if you choose to shift and a player, beats the shift, then that's on you for going that way. You know what I mean? It's like removing a little bit of the strategy element. The ghost runner rule, I don't really care about. I'm not here to talk about those specifically. As a fan, Rob Manfred, leaving. I think it's time to get someone better in 2029, someone that can market the game, maybe someone younger, someone who can connect with the fans more. I don't know who the potential candidates are. I don't know how the election process even works. I will say though that it's honestly a good thing Rob Manfred is going to be retiring. But Rob, I wish you the best. Enjoy retirement, spend it well, enjoy it with your family, your friends, whoever. Thank you for what you've done, but I'm glad you're retiring. I think it is time to move on from you.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting thought. Who's gonna take over? What changes are they gonna bring? Are they gonna do make bad decisions? Are they gonna make good decisions? It's all up for grabs. Um, but I do have to say, I'm gonna voice my opinion on it because I hate the runner on second base in extra innings. That's one of the things that he's implemented, and I can't stand it. It puts the pitcher on pressure, uh, under pressure, as soon as he goes out, and especially if it's the bottom of the 10th, and there's already a runner on second base, and here you go, you put your closer in, and you have your closer in the pitch, and he's already under pressure, and it's pretty much a guaranteed victory. You have to be the other team has to be literally drunk to not win the game because it's you could do whatever you want. You could bunt to get them over. You get a little bloop shot to a little pop fly to get the runner in, and boom, you win the game. So I don't I don't like a lot of the some of the changes that he did, especially that one. But it's going to be very interesting to see who's going to take over for him and what change are they going to bring to the MLB. And I feel like that's going to be a major topic of discussion for the future. But we're going to move to the new league-wide Fanatics Nike uniforms, which are awful. They're terrible. They are horrible to look like. And I want to speaking since we're on the Rob Manfred train right now, I want to read a quote that he said about the new jerseys. The jerseys are different. They're designed to be performance wear. I think after people wear them a little bit, they're going to be really popular. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not going to be popular. They're in fact going to be a pet peeve for most fans around the league. I mean, just looking at them, just looking at most of them. The Mariners released some images on it. Don't like that. The Mets. What is that? What is that? Don't even look. It don't even look like their jerseys anymore. Going forward, Houston Astros. Verlander was caught wearing the new jerseys. There was some pictures on him that don't look good. It just doesn't look normal. And then
Yeah. The
I
the the
God,
MLB logo on Verlander is not even like centered, or the A is not
yeah,
centered. It's just
yeah.
the R looks like it's further down than the V, right? It's like, I mean,
It's more sloppy than the regular MLB jerseys that were from last year and from prior years. It's it's very poorly done. I feel like that's fair to say. And just looking at some of these examples, another one. What is dude, the White Sox jerseys
that's terrible.
and the Michael Kopech image? What is that?
It's disgraceful.
I mean, it looks nothing. I mean, we have we're looking at we'll put on the screen, especially for our TikTok and stuff like that. Um, but putting them side by side, they don't look alike at all. A and B, they're just like two totally different jerseys. One, on the left actually being good, and the other one on the right actually being an eyesore. I mean, these make you want to vomit. This is yet another change that does not need to be made and is another awful Rob Manfred move because there's certain things that need changing, right? There's certain rules that need aid, that need help, but there's also certain things that need to just be left alone. You don't need this. We don't need this. We like the jerseys we have. I like the idea of City Connect jerseys. Those could be implemented on a few other teams that don't already have it. But other than that, like there's no need for this. There's no need. And Matt, I know you have some things to say, some choice words to say on it too, but there's just no need for this. They look horrible. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you go.
no,
Go ahead.
they're just not. Yeah, I don't like them. I mean, Fanatics, Nike, they're taking over, right? But they look more like fan jerseys, like the things we'd buy, like from online or from a store.
Screw
And
fan jerseys.
it,
Screw
it
fan jerseys. They look like Little League jerseys, dude.
it's the names are just like they're smaller and they're tinier. They're not like centered. And I know some players have come out and they say they hate it. The quality apparently is like lighter, so you can kind of breathe through it a little bit more. Mike Trout actually, I think, defended them on Twitter, and he said change is good. Maybe that hints at a Mike Trout trade. I don't know.
Change is
Changing
bad.
scenery. Yeah,
Change is bad. Don't like it.
changing some things are
Some
not
things.
great.
Yeah.
But, these jerseys, let's see how it plays out, right? This could be like an NBA scenario, right? When Nike took over and were making the jerseys, right? The first year that they were like so lightweight that they just started ripping off the players' chests. Maybe this is a scenario like that where after the first year they make some structural changes. But, you know, I've never been happy to be a Yankee fan because we don't have names on the back of our jerseys, right? It's just numbers, it's just pinstripes. So thankfully, I don't have to deal with this eyesore for the rest of the season. People like you guys, the non-Yankee fans, you guys had to deal with this. But yeah, it's not great. Not great.
Yeah, it's actually terrible to look at. And we've just been saying, a few things just don't need to be changed. A few things don't need to be changed. All right. I can tell that you're excited about this next topic. We got an actual move that was made today, the day of the podcast, Friday, February 17th. Whit Merrifield.
Friday was the 16th.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. We're doing this late. It's whatever. Whit Merrifield signing a 1 year contract, $8 million with the Philadelphia Phillies. I want to cry. I want to cry. There's no other way to put it. I want to cry. I want to cry myself to sleep. The super utility man goes to the Mets rival. Just happens. It happens all the time. And you know what? To make things, I mean, it's not to be fair, it's not that big of a move, but it's going to help their team regardless. It's going to. He's a utility guy. He could play anywhere. He's really and he's been pretty good the past couple of years, especially like defensively and offensively. He hasn't had two terrible seasons. I don't remember him doing that bad. But you got a guy. This contract was worth $8 million. $8 million. And I'm just gonna point that out because in the last segment of this podcast, I'm going to go on a yet another Mets rant. But I'm gonna let Matt, you could take over on your opinions on this deal with the Phillies and Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, no, like you said, he's a utility man, a super utility man. He'll play anywhere you kind of need him to, infield, outfield, and what's more surprising is he's an all-star. He was an all-star last year. I think a lot
He
of people
was.
don't realize that.
A lot of
This
people don't
guy's a
remember that.
yeah, I forgot about this. I forgot that he honestly was on the Blue Jays. When I think of Whit Merrifield, I think of his time on the Royals, but he's been an all-star twice with the Blue Jays. It's crazy. For $8 million,
A steal.
the Phillies get a steal. I don't know where he's gonna play for them. I mean, they could literally slot him anywhere. And I honestly think that he's going to do so good in Philly. Like, I can just picture him in a Philadelphia Phillies uniform right now. Honestly, like, they have that little gritty lineup and, they're a 90-win team. And, you know, I think that they're going to be so good, not better than the Braves, but I don't think Whit Merrifield's going to push him over the edge, is what I'm saying. But I think Whit Merrifield's going to fit nicely in that lineup defensively and offensively. On top of that, he runs the bases. He steals. He's been a three-time steal leader, I think, in the AL, if I'm not mistaken. You have his speed, right? Maybe you put him in the bottom of the lineup, and then the lineup just turns right over to Trey Turner. More speed, you're right. Then you have Bryce Harper, and you have JT Realmuto. It's just such. it's fun. It's a little fun. I can't believe he went all this time kind of unnoticed. Um, but the Blue Jays have been making moves, signing people left and right, and it was just kind of obvious that Whit Merrifield was not going to return because if he was, he would have signed with them already. But other than that, I really like this move for the Phillies for $8 million, especially. It's going to be a nice steal.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We've had our fun. This is going to be where we lay off for the
Well,
last segment of the
for
pod.
you, I mean,
For
this is
for
fun
for
for
me.
me.
For me. This is not there's no fun anymore.
There is
This is
fun.
this is we're talking about a team that is now worrying me to no end. Earlier this week, David Stearns had a press conference, and in that press conference, he talked about various topics. He talked about Pete Alonso's extension, talked about the third base competition. He talked about a six-man rotation. Now, the glaring topic in those three that I mentioned is the Pete Alonso extension. Excuse me. That is the most important factor. Now, in this press conference, when he talked about Pete Alonso, he stated to the media that there will be a no updates. He's not going to update anybody during the course of the year on the progress or the no progress made on the Pete Alonso extension. And he said that it's most likely to happen is Pete Alonso is going to go into free agency. I am panicking. I'm panicking because, you know, this happened with DeGrom. He went into free agency. And yeah, I know. I know you look shocked to see that I brought this up.
What? He went to free agency?
Oh, what? Yeah, yeah. He went to free agency. And, me, I was like, I don't care. We got him. We got him back. There's no
Surely
way.
he signed back
Surely,
with the richest owner
he's
in
going to
sports.
return. With the richest owner in sports, there is no way we are going to lose our ace. Bam.
Right. Yeah.
Lost our ace.
What?
Bam. Lost our ace to the
Really?
Texas Rangers.
Oh my God.
Then now this happens. Now we're gonna just ride him out for the rest of 2024, and he's going to go into free agency. I am scared as a fan. And but I have to keep in mind that Stearns doesn't operate like that. Stearns doesn't operate with plastering his deals and his potential rumors and his close to signings all over social media. He's a very keep it to the chest kind of guy. Now, but still, it doesn't matter. Pete Alonso is the face of the franchise. If we do not have Pete Alonso for our future is looking very scarce. Very scarce. And the reason we're going to continue on with the reason why I said let's keep in mind that the Phillies went out and signed Whit Merrifield for $8 million is because just a little bit before we filmed this, boom. What do the Mets do to combat this? They get none other than G-Man Choi. What the hell?
Dude, David Stearns is cooking, bro.
Of course, you have to add that little two
Sorry.
cents in. Of course, you had to, because why not? Anyways, it's a split contract, according to his agency. According to his agency, it's a split contract, and the deal is worth up to $3.5 million, including performance incentives if he makes the opening day roster and he has an invitation to spring training. I cannot be more disappointed with the moves and some of the moves and the money decisions that this team is making right now because again, you're looking to coast through 2024. You're looking to get through it so you get to the other side, which is the prospect side. We bring everybody up, we build a team. Yay, we try to go win a World Series. You're trying to coast through. There has been multiple deals that have been made that you could have easily done yourself. Justin Turner, Whit Merrifield now, Wandy Peralta, Hector Neris. Those are all guys that could have been bought by the Mets at a very low price, and we could have signed any of them, all of them, in fact. But no, we decided to keep our money to our chest. We decide to stay behind the shadows. We decide to literally spend kibbles and bits on lesser players than a role player in Justin Turner, than a role player in Whit Merrifield who could actually make differences. They could both make differences on the team. But no, we're gonna sign G. We're gonna toss. Let's toss about $4 million to G-Man Choi. Cause why not? Cause why not? JD Martinez's camp? No, no, sorry. We don't want that. No. We don't want to talk to them. We don't want that. We don't want JD Martinez. You kidding me? JD Martinez, we don't want him to come to our team. No, right? No. No, we don't want JD Martinez to sign a 2-year, 1-year deal with the Mets and be our DH. No. No. You know who we want? We want G-Man Choi. That's who we want.
Right. That's
That
right.
is who we want.
Joey Wendell.
G-Man Choi. Let's go. Joey Wendell. Michael Tonkin. We want them.
Who?
Yeah. Michael Tonkin. We want Jorge Lopez. That's who we want. Bring him over.
Michael Tonkin.
Bring him over. You can look him up. Just go ahead, look him up. It's fun. It's fun over here on the New York metropolitan side. It's fun. It's fun. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games until what are we gonna have this year? We're gonna have another. I don't even want to mention it because I don't want to put it into existence. But if let's put it this way, if the free agency and the signings are any a telltale to what's gonna happen this year, we're gonna go negative again because these are pathetic. I mean, you're trying to again, like I said, you're trying to coast through, and yet this is what you do. This is coasting. This is downward spiraling. This is what it is. It's what it is. I just I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm ready for the regular season. The JD Martinez, as we put in our last video on TikTok, is obviously the Mets are out. They're done.
Yeah.
That's been done. They're going to continue with having their DH inside the system, inside the Mets team already. They're probably going to give it to Mark Vientos. Let's be real. But
is that good or bad for Mets fans?
it's kind of half and half.
Okay.
It's kind of half and half because at the same time, you would want someone who's already a veteran and who has been doing this for the past couple of years and you know who could do a great job at it. But there's also the good half, the potential half, where you want to see Mark Vientos play. I wanted to see him play more last year. Didn't get the chance really, but you want to have him play. You want to get him reps. You want to see what works and what doesn't work this year so you could figure out what you're going to do next year. So, I'm tired though. I'm tired with the Mets. I'm tired with the free agency. I'm tired with the rumors. I don't care. And you know what? I shouldn't even be mentioning this, but Liam Hendricks is supposed to make a decision soon, correct? Anybody out there, and this goes for anybody out there that's tweeting, "Oh, should the Mets pursue him? Oh, the Mets are interested in him." Stop, because it's not gonna happen.
Not.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not.
Stop doing it.
I don't think anyone
Not
wants
gonna
to be a Met though, to be fair.
Okay, that's where you get the javelin. You literally get a punch in the face, a slap across Tushy. You're done.
It's not
Stop.
easy for me either, bro. In Yankee land, like we didn't get like anything this offseason.
See, it's not easy, right? It's
not
not
easy.
We got Juan Soto, we got Alex Verdugo, Marcus Stroh. It's not easy. It's not easy, right?
No, it's not easy, bro.
It's
It's
not easy.
tough.
It's not
Dude,
easy. Oh, it's tough. It's
we
tough. We're gonna
we
compete
traded
for a World Series
we
this
tried
year.
Kyle
Oh my
Higashioka,
God,
bro.
it's tough.
We don't have Kyle Higashioka anymore.
Are you really doing this to me right now? You're doing this to me right now. You're gaslighting me right now. That's what you're
Little
doing.
brother syndrome.
Don't say little brother syndrome. Don't say little brother syndrome because I'm tired. I'm done. I'm done. I'm fed up. And the season hasn't even started. We have a long year ahead of us. A long year. And who knows? I could be throwing all these words out down the line, but as of right now, I'm just disappointed what we're doing with our money. That's it. That's all. That's all. I like some of the moves, but most of them, the money could be spent better elsewhere. That's where I'm going to leave it with that because I could talk about this for hours, 4 hours,
I know
even
you can.
days, even days. I could talk about this for days, but we're going to leave it there. We're gonna wrap it up. That's been our episode 8, or excuse me, episode 9
Episode
of Do You
9.
Know Ball. I'm bad with numbers today, aren't I? I'm really bad with numbers, positions. I'm all over the place right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can't really blame me. Mets just signed G-Man Choi. You can't really blame me. Anyways, um, thank you guys for watching. And get ready for next week. We're going to have a special guest on the DYKB podcast. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for week 10. We'll see you guys next time.